What's going on, guys? We're back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the top 5 new features coming to MLB The Show 21. Now, there's going to be a lot of new players on this game, whether we're talking about all the people coming in on the new console, the first-time Xbox guys, and you couple that with the fact that it's the first time this game is making the leap to a next-gen console too, with the release of the PS5. There's going to be a huge influx of new players, and also there's just some people who don't buy every yearly release, and at that point, I completely understand that. They want to wait till they see something that impresses them to actually make the purchase. So that's why we're going to be going over 5 new things coming to MLB The Show 21, and hopefully 5 ways the game will improve over its predecessor. Well, without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and get right into it. The first big new feature we're going to be talking about is Stadium Creator. And of course, while that title is very self-explanatory, I'm going to go a little bit more in depth for you guys. This is a feature that we've been asking for quite some time, and with last year, the addition of relocation, it only makes sense that Stadium Creator had to be coming at some point. Now, as shown off in that little Twitter video they posted, it's been shown that we can adjust a lot of stuff in the stadium, such as the wall shapes, the distances, the wall heights, the colors of the stadiums, trees in the outfield, statues, seating, video boards, batter's eyes, the scenery behind the stadium. There is just so many customizable options, and it's really going to allow the creativity to flow. And honestly, I'm really excited to see what some people can cook up. As far as what modes this is available in, so far San Diego Studios has said that it's available in Diamond Dynasty and Franchise, and that it will be available in online play, which is kind of curious because it's supposed to be a next-gen exclusive feature. But if it's available in online play and the game is truly cross-generation, then can someone on the previous gen play in a created stadium with someone in the next gen? And unfortunately, those are little details that we don't exactly know the answer to yet, but I'm sure we'll figure that out as time goes along. And finally, all the stadiums are uploadable and shareable via the vault, so that means you don't have to be great at making a stadium, similar to the logo system. And if you don't want to put in all the work putting one together, you can go ahead and just download one, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot to choose from. So all in all, really exciting feature there. Cannot wait to get my hands on this, and this is going to be really fun to use in franchise mode. The next feature we're going to be talking about is Road to the Show players being available in more than one mode, and the two-way players. So on to the first point, your Road to the Show player can now be imported into Diamond Dynasty, and I'm guessing this would take the place of the created player that already exists in that game mode. But the catch here is, either mode you use your player in, Road to the Show or Diamond Dynasty, your player will be upgraded by using them in either one. Now, I think this is actually a really smart move. If you play Road to the Show, you know that you get your player upgraded by just actually playing and performing in games. Depending on how you do, you get attribute boosts, or you get attributes lowered depending on your performance. So if they put this into Diamond Dynasty as well, it'll actually make a point for you to have a created player in there instead of just having the cheesy 6'10", 250-pound left-handed catcher. And hopefully with the Road to the Show archetypes, it makes things a little bit more balanced in Diamond Dynasty as well, because some of those created players are a little bit too overpowered, and I think by having the archetype system tied into Diamond Dynasty's cap, it'll balance things out a little bit more. And on to the second point here, two-way players can now be created and used for the first time in Road to the Show and Diamond Dynasty. Obviously, with the inclusion of Shohei Ohtani into the league, the two-way player has become the next big thing. So now you'll be able to pitch and hit all in one player, which is going to be absolutely dope, albeit it is a little cheesy, but it is really fun to have. And the next thing I'm holding out hope for is a switch pitcher, kind of like Pat Venditti. I don't think they'll ever bring that one into online play, but if they did, it would be really cool. And this is just one of those nice little things to have in the game. The next new feature we're going to be talking about are gameplay styles, and this is something that's made a lot of sense for this series, in theory, for a while. If you've played this game online a lot, you know sometimes things can get a little out of whack, a little cheesy, and just a little too reliant on animation and things like that. So I think the inclusion of gameplay styles is going to make a huge difference on how we play online. And to just list off every one of them, we have first off casual, which is easier and designed to be more for just, screwing around, having fun, and learning how to play the game. Then the second gameplay style we have is simulation, which is designed to be more authentic and based on player ratings, and have a fair balance of player skills and attributes leading the way to the results. And the final one we have is competitive, in which most of the emphasis is on user input instead of player ratings. And of course, player ratings are always going to be a factor no matter what, but even if it's like 60-40 emphasis on user input instead of those ratings, I think online is going to be a lot more bearable and there's going to be a lot less broken controllers, because as anyone who's played this game for the last few years, online will tell you, you deal with quite a bit of cheese and quite a bit of annoying stuff on a pretty frequent basis. So hopefully the addition of gameplay styles helps balance that out a little bit and makes things a little more skill based rather than luck based. And finally, the last new feature we're going to be talking about are March to October improvements. As I said in one of my last few videos, this is by far my favorite mode in the whole game, just because of how quick paced the action is and how easy it is to digest and get through. And it looks like they're going to be focusing most of their attention here rather than franchise mode, as it doesn't look like we're going to be getting anything big there. But as for March to October, one of the new features we're going to be getting is playing in the minor leagues for call-ups. And I think this is because, A, I haven't really gotten that prospect call-up prompt a lot while playing, and I've played the mode quite a bit, and for some reason the call-up opportunities just don't seem to be happening that often. So now you're going to be able to take control of a player while they're still in the minors, do good with them, and then ideally bring them up to the big leagues to have a real impact and not just sit on the bench. Another thing here is multiple seasons might possibly be coming to March to October. In the little trailer they released on Twitter, if you look closely where it shows the roster control, at the top of the screen there's tabs for more than 1 year, which is kind of odd to have in this game mode that's built around one season. So this may be a stretch here, but does this imply that multiple seasons are going to be coming to March to October? Which is, again, one of the things that I really want in this game mode, as I mentioned in a previous video. And it would make a lot of sense too, because if you think about it like this, the Diamond Dynasty rewards tied to March to October. If you want to just do March to October to complete a team affinity, you have to run through the same season multiple times with the same team. So at that point, why not just have it so that you have multiple seasons and every time you win the World Series, it'll add up to your points? I feel like that just makes a lot more sense and would make the game mode a lot more well-rounded, but that's just me. And of course, the last little thing here is better roster control and CPU logic. The trading logic in March to October is pretty terrible. You could pretty much put anyone down as a trade target and get them if you're okay with giving up prospects, and I don't see why you wouldn't be, because the whole game mode is built around one season. So selling out to win the World Series is easily the best move you can make in this game mode. So that's another thing having multiple seasons would fix, as it would put more of an emphasis on actually building a strong organization and keeping things action-packed rather than selling all your good young talent to win immediately, which you can do very easily and end up getting guys like Christian Yelich, Jacob deGrom, basically whatever you want for no impact on your major league team. Well guys, that's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content. What new feature for MLB The Show 21 are you most excited for? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'm out. Peace.